Time now for a check of the weather as we are gearing up for another wave of cold and rainy weather, Brad.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of rain this winter. We haven't seen a lot of snow, but this go around there'll be a little bit of snow, especially in the higher elevations. And even in the mountains, there's going to be a huge discrepancy between the lower elevations and the upper elevations, where we're actually going to see rain mix in most of the valleys and some of the higher elevations, mainly above 3,500 feet. That's where the winter storm warning is in effect. Everything below 3,500 feet is a winter weather advisory because of lower amounts and the lower impacts. This is all rain right now, but I'm checking a few reports on the west side of Asheville as you go up us 26. There are a few reports of some wet snowflakes above 3,500 feet already. And the fact that we're seeing what we call bright banding down here, likely some melting snowflakes, at least aloft as the system organizes. The upper level system's back here where those bright colors are there. The surface low is right there. A lot of turbulence in this system, a lot of aircraft flying through this area reporting really rough air as they've been traveling across this low pressure system, which you would expect. It's a very intense low. It's essentially going to become a nor'easter as you see these strong northeast winds develop. The upper low back here to the west is the one that really drives the snow potential tomorrow because it has cold air in the upper levels that works pretty close to the surface. Now, it might not make it all the way down here where we are in the Piedmont between 500 and 1,000 feet, but if you're up around 3,500 feet or above, you're going to be up into that colder air, and that means a better chance of some snow as it exits the region during the middle of the day tomorrow. We'll all dry out real quickly though on Monday. Already seeing rain move in right now, and it just gets worse overnight. By midnight, it's going to be absolutely pouring out there. The winds will be picking up. We'll see some snow showers in the mountains. There could be a brief lull tomorrow morning before the upper low passes over and re-enhances the rain. And yes, there could still be a wet snowflake or sleet pellet that mix in, but it's not going to accumulate and really not amount to much east of the mountains. Even in the mountains, I'm really skeptical about how high these totals can go. We're going to lower them just a little bit, but it's really going to be elevation dependent. I think areas like Boone might only end up with an inch, inch and a half, but places like Beech Mountain could end up with 4 to 6 inches of snow. That's just going to be the trend. So it's really just driving around Watauga, Avery, Ashe County. You could have widespread discrepancy from 1 to 10 inches over a very small span. That's the kind of setup we're going to see. As far as travel issues, not expecting a ton up there until you get to the highest of elevations. You see the French Broad River Valley, almost none. And then if you're in the foothills, not expecting much as well. So a really minimal event as far as snow. Now the rain though, plenty of it. 1 to 2 inches of rain. So we could see some minor flooding out there. You throw in the fact that winds could gust as high as 30, 35 miles an hour. We might see a tree or a branch come down here and there, and that could mean some isolated power outages, the combination of the wind and the very wet conditions. So it'll be a soggy day tomorrow. Temperatures only climbing to 43. We'll probably spend most of the day in the 30s, but it warms right back up, and here comes more spring-like weather in your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast.